Hello, greetings, friend. Welcome to another message from the wilderness. We'll be looking at another passage concerning a subject very much stressed by God in the New Testament, where His Spirit will talk to us by reading these passages concerning faith, love, and good works. This time we're going to be in Galatians 5 once again, and we are going to be learning about a very important truth concerning the life that we live and the lives of those living round about us. This concerns the fruit of the Spirit. It really bothers me sometimes when I look around and see the world in such a sad situation. And I ask the question, if everyone or a great many more people were Christians, how would that change the world? How would that change what we see round about us? I asked someone this once, and he really couldn't come up with an answer. He finally said, well, everybody would know the gospel. I suppose that's true. However, I think one reason that we have trouble imagining what the world would be like if everyone were following Christ the way that Christ would have us follow Him is that would mean that we needed to change some of the things in our lives. That we needed to do some things that we are not doing, and that we need to stop doing some things that we are doing. That really hits close to home when we start thinking about what we need to do if we want to be found to be faithful servants at the judgment. But one relatively simple way to look at the way the world would be, and in another way look at our own lives, see what they need to look like if we're following Christ, if we have His Spirit, can be found in Galatians 5:22 through 26. Very famous to those who study the New Testament. In verses immediately before this, we see some of the horrible things that people do in this world that hurt other people and that cause pain, sorrow, and suffering. Those are the works of the flesh. But this is totally different. Let's begin reading in Galatians 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Those who belong to Christ have crucified the flesh with its passion and lusts. If we live by the Spirit, let's also walk by the Spirit. Let's not become conceited, provoking one another, and envying one another. If you'll remember, if we love our neighbor as ourselves, we fulfill the law. Love does no harm to our neighbor. The fruit of the Spirit, the first, very prominently, is love. When we become Christian, we're given the Spirit. Do we have the Spirit of Christ? Look at our lives. Is there love? And that's agape love. All of these words have deep meanings that if you would like to do a word study in the original Greek. Very, very good. But most people can understand what a unselfish love means. Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, and self-control. These are things that are prominently shown in our relationship to other people. These are things that come from an understanding of what God would have us to do, what God would have us to be. Remember, we are saved by grace through faith, not of ourselves. We believe in Jesus and what He did, His life of love and service. We rely on Him. We turn from a life of selfish, fleshly actions and turn to a life of love as exemplified by Jesus Christ. We are baptized into Christ, into His death, burial, and resurrection, and raised with Him to walk in newness of life, being created for good works. So these things become apparent. The Christian life looks very much different than a selfish, hateful, mean life. The world would be a very different place if everyone were a Christian. Think on these things. I will say goodbye for this time, and we hope to meet again soon with another passage focusing on faith, love, and good works, the Christian life.